All right, so this is a 4-part series. There's 4 pillars of recruitment. Today we're going to talk about pillar number 1, consistent IPAs, right? So if you aren't recruiting consistently, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, am I doing my IPA consistently? What's IPA? IPA is income producing activity, okay? The activities that actually move the needle on your business and grow your paycheck. Okay, those are IPAs. Oftentimes we may consider some of the activities we're doing to be IPAs, but they're not, right? So like watching training videos, listening to a podcast, reading a book, these are great things you should be doing, but those are not considered income producing activities, right? That's personal development stuff, right? So I'm going to list off some income producing activities. Write these down if you want to take some notes, okay? Getting into conversations. Number 1, getting into conversations with new people about Plexus, okay? So getting into conversations with new people, not revisiting the same people, getting into conversations with new people about Plexus, okay? Number 2, following up on conversations you've had before about Plexus, right? So that's where we're doing the follow-ups. We're checking in with people, okay? About that we've talked to about Plexus, okay? Number 3, posting on social media and your stories. So the posting on social media and in your stories doesn't necessarily have to be Plexus related, but we need to make sure we're doing that consistently, right? Filling your funnel with new people you can begin to build relationships with. We've talked recently about how to build that funnel, how to find, nurture, and I'm blanking on the last one. Now I have to look at what it is. Sorry. Find, nurture, and connect. Oh my gosh, why couldn't I remember that? All right, so find, nurture, and connect. Okay, so that's the 4th one, right? Fill your funnel with new people you can begin to build relationships with, okay? So those are the 4 main income producing activities, okay? So that's what we need to be doing on a regular basis. So it's important for you to find a level of activity you can be consistent with, because consistency is the key, right? You can work this business part-time, full-time, but you can't just work it sometimes, right? It's got to be consistent. It can't be just like, oh, well, I did it here, a little bit there. I did it. Be consistent. If it's 15 minutes broken up in 4 segments per day, that's fine. But be consistent with it, okay? Take some time to really look at if you're consistently showing up and doing your IPA. It's super important, okay? Maybe you feel like you're doing all these things consistently, but you're still struggling to recruit, okay? So you may want to evaluate the quality of your activities. So I know for me personally, getting into conversations with new people about Plexus is something that over the 3+ years, or almost 4 years or 3.5 years that I've done Plexus, that's probably something I'm not doing very often. And which is why some months I have great recruitment and some really good recruitment. I have no issues. And then some months I'll go and have nothing, right? There's a couple of reasons to that, but it's because I'm not getting into conversations with new people about Plexus, right? So even if as we become leaders on our team, there's other things that we need to do, but we still need to make sure we're doing our IPAs. That's the bread and butter of this business, okay? So you may need to, go back to what I was saying, you may need to evaluate the quality of your activity. Are you putting time and effort into each of these things, right? So look at that. Or are you just checking them off like a to-do list, right? Just going through the motions. Be intentional, okay? Make sure we're being intentional with our work. Even if it's 5 minutes, 5-minute increments, that's fine, okay? If this is you and you want to reach out, if this is you and you're struggling, you may want to reach out to your sponsor, to me, whoever is your sponsor, whoever's your upline, okay? It's really important, to get someone to look at what you're doing, right? So reach out to your sponsor, let them look at some of your conversations and help you tweak things so that you're more effective with each of these activities you're doing, right? Because you may have 3 of them down really good, and you're just struggling on number 4 or number 2 or number 3, right? So if you're struggling on just one, we're going to have a hard time with our recruitment, okay? So spend some time today evaluating what activities you need to stop doing so much, so much of that, so much of those things, right? All that personal development. That's great. Do that after the IPA, right? So it's like start figuring out what activities you need to stop doing so much that are not moving the needle on your business, and what activities you need to start doing more of. So think of it like this. When I was competing in CrossFit, I was eating perfect all the time. And I would eat a ton of like vegetables, but I didn't always want to eat them, right? I needed them. I needed them to perform. I needed them to recover. So what I would do is I would always I would eat my vegetables and all the things I didn't want to eat first. And I would save the delicious, amazing. I'm getting hungry right now just thinking about it. The delicious, meat and the good fat, if there's avocado in there, or if it's I don't know, whatever, if I had some butter to dip my meat, whatever it is, right? But eat those vegetables first, right? So if IPA is something you're struggling with, but you love personal development, do IPA first. And then once you're done, then you get to your dessert is the personal development, right? Which is a wonderful thing. Okay. But if you're not recruiting, that's probably where we're seeing some issues. Okay. So go ahead and spend some time today evaluating what you need to stop doing so much of, and what you need to start doing more of, so that you can grow your business and start recruiting. You guys, thank you. This is part 1 of a 4-part series of recruiting. All right. If you have any comments or anything below, just comment below or reach out to us. Okay. Thank you.